All right, guys, we're back. We have only a single cast tonight, but it will be a good one. We got Subject to Change facing off against StepDads. Division A action tonight. Now, StepDads have been stepping up their game, 4-2 so far this season. Subject to Change, though, need to step it up a little bit, but they are making some interesting map choices tonight. We're going to be heading on over real fast to check out what is going on over there because the draft is ready to go. So we now have ourselves a Braxis holdout map. That's right, you heard it. Braxis holdout, where you see it technically, since you should be seeing this at this very moment. So we got Braxis holdout going on, which is not the typical map you'll see, and also not the typical map that people are usually choosing uh, for league matches. And there's a good chance they tend to get banned out as well. Now, at this point, we got Genji ban, Deckard ban, and a Cho'Gall ban. So stepdads are a little cautious because this is one weird map that can do a lot of different things. You can do a lot of different strategies here. And on top of that, if someone chose this map, they probably have a strategy developed for the map. This is probably not some random, let's just do something wild kind of situation. So we'll see Urel picked on up for that top lane. Now, Urel is always a strong pick, and I like her, especially when you can get Secret Ground here. And Secret Ground is just generally very good on Brax's holdout. You don't really need, I feel, the Ardent Defender here, largely because of the fact that Ardent Defender is a very long cooldown, and the Urel right now with the Secret Ground gets 40 armor. So 40 armor is a lot of damage reduction, especially if you have a support there actually with you to keep you alive. So next up, we'll see a good old Jimmy and Johanna. It's a pretty potent combo. You've got yourself a slow with the punish, got the condemn. You can also increase the slow and the duration of said slow. But stepdads are going to pick up an ETC with a Kel'Thas. This is a little questionable, I feel like, the ETC, because there's no way he's going Mosh, right? Because the Mosh is effectively worthless here. I mean, there's no way he's going to be using Mosh in a fashion that makes any sense against Blessed Shield and the knockback from Raynor. And so I don't really expect it to do much here. ETC. It just feels like a questionable pick. Like Diablo would have been better in my opinion than the ETC, or even Muradin would have been fine. But that's what we're getting, and that's what we got. So finally, we're gonna get the White Mane, cousin of Gray Mane, I guess. In the designers, or I guess the designers or the writers over at Blizzard have a thing for mains. We got Gray Mane, White Mane. Where's Black Mane? I guess there could be a Red Mane, Green Mane, Blue Mane, one Mane, two Mane. So we're gonna get Asmodin here. Asmodin on this map is not bad. You don't get as much value, I feel, out of the trait, but there's a lot of people in a lane to dunk on. And we're gonna get something insane. We're getting Karazim and Tyrande. These drafts are actually really wild overall. You have Karazim as the pickup on a map that's very sustain heavy with the 4-man, because on many maps you're not actually healing 4 people at once. So a healer that sustains well in the 4-man is very crucial. What they might be doing is opting for a 2-3 split on the side of StepDads, which would make more sense with the Tyrande pickup. Have Tyrande paired up with Yrel, have ETC Kel'Thas and Karazim, and Karazim keeps them topped off. You have a potential kill with the slide and stun combination. Now, I'm still not sure about the ETC pickup. Like I said, it's a little bit out there for me, the ETC pickup. And hopefully my scene transitions will start working again, where I don't have to do it by laptop instead of by my phone, since it also has some hotkeys. But right now I'm liking this is really hard. I'm liking both teams in different ways. The Stukov is much better for support healing in a 4-man lane. The kill potential and kill pressure with what they have on StepDads is nicer in my opinion. The Asmodin I feel is actually overvalued, as demonstrated by the lack of his presence in HGC in the clashes, and so yeah, I feel like he's overvalued by players in lower divisions. All right, looks like hotkeys are working, boys. We're back in business. All right, so we got Sir Lancelot on the Stukov. We got Wipeout on the Johanna. Lionhouse on the Lord of Dunk himself, Asmodin, and Thunder B or Thunder 5. We got Rainer. On the other side, we got Math Problem, and that is going to be subject to change. On the other side, we got the Lees on the Yrel. We got Bacon on the Tyrande, the Dream on Karazim, Adam on the ETC, and they're starting things off with a bang with a beautiful CC combo. Not going to be enough for the side of StepDads. And finally, we got Bidums on the Kel'Thas, and that is going to be all of StepDads. So kicking it back out, nice attempt there from StepDads to get things going real fast there. And got another aggressive slide coming on in on Thunder 5, but a lot of damage going to be dished out, and you're going to quickly see the HP pulls of everyone drop down because they have Karazim on their side. Now, nice trade up there from Thunder onto Bidums. Bidums already down to 50% HP. More damage coming on in once again. We're going to pop on up the talents real fast. We got ourselves a Gluttony coming on out here. We got the Laws of Hope. It's in the hole. And we're going to get a Thunder going down. Nice pickup there. The CC combo is alive and well. We got the 3 CCs ready to drop, and it's going to hurt a lot when they do land them. So really they need to just play the long game. Like Bidums going down, and that's a little bit... Bidums will manage to stay alive, 120 or so HP. So really, their entire play on the side of Subject to Change is to make Karazim blow his mana over and over and over again. Because you have Az. And Az is the Lord of Duncan, and the dunks are going to start adding up, and they're going to start hurting. And you can see he's already at 50 stacks 2 minutes into the game. 4 minutes in, he'll be at 100 stacks roughly. And then it goes up much faster once you get his level 10. So top will be picked up as well by Math Problem, and Belize will probably be able to contest this point very soon. We got Adam coming back in, taking a laser to the face, but it's not going to be a problem. He'll get on out of there with a Bidums dropping a bit of damage on the rest of Subject to Change. So on the other side, we go see the Prog Rock, and we're going to see the Lunar Blaze instead of the Owl. So this is definitely all about that CC combo and not really about the owls to the face. We're also going to get the Mana Addict and Iron Fist. So we're going to get full commitment into that dive. Now, we're going to get Biotic Armor here, where you get the 15 physical armor. It's not going to be really about that. It's the bonus to 35 is okay, but I think this is a mispick in my opinion. The real damage is mostly going to come from Bitums, and really Bacon is going to just negate all that armor anyways. So you're trying to get armor for the kill, but there's the ability damage which is going to really get you killed. A nice condemn from Wipeout. There's a big old dunk, and once again, subject to change is going to hold this point. And this is the biggest problem with the Karazim that I mentioned. They opted for a support that basically has no staying power in the lane. Eventually, subject to change should be able to push it out. Additionally, they chose an ETC. ETC is not a tanky tank, so he's basically a bruiser without having the DPS of a bruiser. So effectively, he's a bad tank in the normal sense. All he has going for him really is the mosh. And with the amount of interrupts that were chosen, you can't really get mosh pit anyways. Got another CC coming on down on the Thunder, and we got the E getting popped here, and silence from Sir Lancelot is going to deter any further aggression. And Bacon's almost been cooked. Just a few more sweet minutes there, and he would have been a tasty treat. Oh no! Thunder walking way too far forward as Sir Lancelot and Lionhouse were nowhere nearby. Wipeout might be next up on the list. Adam will make it out, and they trade up a 2 for nothing. So this is a really big. They traded up. They get themselves the points. They'll be taking on up very quickly here, and we're already at 30% and going up. Math problem getting on the point. We'll be able to neutralize this as well. The new way the map works, you can neutralize while people sit on the point and fight for it. This makes it much easier to actually draw out the objective. I've seen it take roughly 10 plus minutes before anyone caps the first objective, because you're waiting till level 10s before it actually happens. Wipeout going very deep there, gets stunned on out, but the dunk onto 3, but it's not going to matter because Tyrande coming on in with that big old CC chain will get the credit for that kill. Now, Wipeout going a little too hard, a little too fast, faced the tidal wave of StepDads, and the tidal wave just took him out. Now, we're at 147 stacks. Really, it's about hitting that 200. Everything else is just gravy because it's just adding more damage. The 200 gets all of those quest bonuses, so a lot more globes coming out. And a lot more globes means a lot more healing Karazim needs to do. There comes the Iron Skate, a big old stunk from a Lionhouse. Wipeout is going to be focused, but the silence from Stukov is going to keep him from doing anything whatsoever. So very nice teamwork there on the side of subject to change. Adam coming back in, going to whiff, but that means he has no escape either. Iron Skin going to be popped. Wipeout will be able to make it on out okay, and all of a subject to change is all right. On the other side, they are pretty well topped off on the side of StepDads. Adam looking for it. Nice knockback from Thunder, waiting for it to come out, and they follow up with the CC chain. Nice hold there from Adam, scaring Thunder and forcing him to knock him out. And because he knocked him back, he was just able to slide right on his face, and the rest of the team followed up, and yeah, that's when Dead Rainer. So we got Wipeout all alone on an island right now. The CC chain waiting for the Iron Skin to come on down. Very nicely done from StepDads, but it's not going to actually result in a kill. Not going to matter because it pushes them significantly further out. And without a well here, they are going to be pushed back slowly but surely. So objective being taken up for a little bit now, already at 80%. We have a math problem, and Belize holding those points rather rather pretty much like trading it out one for one. A nice slide across the CC combo before Iron Skin could be popped. A Wipeout should have it available. He doesn't. The silence not going to be enough to save the day. Sir Lancelot going to have back on out, and that's another one for StepDads. Now, this is a big old wave. A top also had a pretty decent wave overall. Remember, they changed Braxis, so pretty much the top lane, you can't leave it on its own. So you will largely have a 4-1 rotation, except if you get a much larger wave, 100% versus a 0%, and you have a talent tier advantage. Like now, I'd say giving up fort might actually be worth it, because you could potentially get it keep extremely early here. So we already got the front wall going on down. One tower left standing, but they don't have much in terms of Zerg wave. They won't even finish off the gate. The Zerg will do it on their own. So StepDads have a pretty convincing lead, and I'd like to see them actually sit in the bush, wait, and then just make a play, because they've been winning these team fights pretty well so far. They're going to take things pretty easy here and pick up the camps instead, which will help alleviate some lane pressure. But Math Problems all alone hasn't done the math. A 1v4, a beautiful 7-sided into the combo of CC of Death. And, well, when you don't do the math, that's what happens, boys and girls. You got to stay in school. Education's cool. So Phoenix will pop on down here. We do have the Mosh Pit available. We also have the Shadow Stalk, and we now have the rest of the heroics up and online. So we got the Blackpool, or Tides of Sin, basically the renamed Blackpool version. We have the Blessed Shield, the Hyperion, the Massive Shove, and the Bunker. Nothing out of the ordinary here. They need to be very careful, because Wipeout, if he blows his CC, they're on point, StepDads, for actually following it up post Iron Skin dropping. In the bot lane, we have Math Problem and Belize, still pretty even up there. Wipeout going to be bodied right now. The slide across, but the Iron Skin coming out in time, and it will have literally no effect. So 7-sided is a fairly fast cooldown, not going to really matter too much. And we now have ourselves another beacon phase. But the beacon phase is in favor of StepDads with that 13 advantage. A beautiful shove on back. The bomb, however, is going to explode once again. Sir Lancelot's going to eat it. And we have the phase starting in another 10 seconds. Now, this is a fairly large lead. 7 kills, a fort down, 13-11. Yeah, that's pretty big here. We still had the Ardent Defender, by the way, picked up. So top will be picked up. The slide in the 7-sided happening once again. And, you know, first time, it's your mistake. Second time, well, you can't fool me again. Or so a president once said. But clearly, they didn't follow that advice there, because they were fooled again with the CC combo into the 7-sided strike. Now, like I said, the way they win these fights is 100% about poking StepDads down, forcing them to burn through the dreams, healing. But because they're going so far out, basically they're off on islands of their own. They're trying to be Bill Gates here, be able to purchase their own real estate. A beautiful combo coming out again, and that is going to be another kill. This is 3 times now. I don't know if there's a saying about, you know, the third time. First time, shame on me. Second time, shame on you. And third time is going to be, I don't know, shame on us all. And we're going to have another one drop. And another one. And another one. And another one. We are. This is an absolute bloodbath. I mean, 13 kills, 0 on the other side. 16s are around the corner. They can go in pressure for the keep here. They still have Guardians up. They have a wave here. They have literally nothing to fear here. We had the Mosh used as well, so that's down for another 80 seconds. But 7-sided combo is ready to go again. They're going to be doing it once more. His bunker will actually fall, and the knockback is going to be screwing it up slightly. And Math Problem will actually get on out from there this time around. So you can see the Dream has basically fallen out of disfavor with 0 mana, so they have to fully back. But because they have such a huge lead, Subject to Change always has to play like they could be coming in. They need to keep vision, which you can see Math Problem doing a little bit. So they always need to be ready for the invade, and that's exactly what they should be doing on the side of StepDads. They have a huge lead. Like, just run at them, run at their faces, and just conquer them real easy. I mean, 16 to 13, they don't have the big damage from, or big lifesaver from the Ardent Defender or the Mosh, but they have the 7-sided ready to go. There's the engage wipeout going on in. There'll be a knockback, and the Hyperion coming off very early. This isn't even while they're fighting for a beacon, which is a huge cooldown to blow, and it's not even hitting the fort either. So basically, this Hyperion is one of the most worthless Hyperions you can basically get. But a beautiful CC combo. Bidum's catching out Sir Lancelot. We got the Phoenix dropping. Adam coming on in. We got the clans from the Dream. They're looking for the big old slide. There is nothing they can do to escape from this. The Mosh Pit going to do nothing, but they get themselves another kill on Wipeout. StepDads are a tsunami of destruction, and Wipeout cannot contain them. I think at this point, we can say that, quite honestly, that Subject to Change must be like the Fukushima reactor, and StepDads are causing a nuclear meltdown because Wipeout is, well, clearly these waves are coming back and smacking them in the face. Oh, they know. There's a slide, though. They're still going for it. The stun CC combo is not going to land from Bidums. Thunder coming on in with the big boy damage. And we got the dunk from above because America runs on Duncan. The slide across, they'll be able to get on out. And they have a beautiful CC coming out from Math from on to Bidums. Bidums trying to kite on back. And he'll be able to make it on out. Belize keeping their attention locked down for now. And a Math Problem will be able to survive. Bunker coming on back. Doesn't get CC'd enough to be stuck in the 7-sided, however. Hyperion will be going on down. Will hit this fort a little bit. But remember, the Dream has no mana now. This is one hell of a long drawn out fight with no kills occurring and a lot of heroics being used. Now, here's the good news for StepDads. They have all their big heroics coming back online soon. Here's the good news for Subject to Change. They have gotten the beacon. Here's the bad news. They don't have Hyperion available, and their their heroics are down for a much longer time. There's the slide across from Adam, not going to connect on anyone, and the loudspeakers are used, strangely enough. And the dunk from above, only going to get one. The shove coming on in, but Bidums is going to help execute with the Mosh, keeping Asmodin from doing any dance moves for his 3-point fadeaways. But we got 2 down right now. They're looking for a third. There's the split. Math Problem is trying to get on out. Isn't going to juke and jive well enough. He does have the flames down. The CC is not going to land. And he drops the bunker. They're still chasing him. They can get the top. This is actually helping a little bit for Subject to Change. There's a stun, but Adam will get in front. The CC will land. And we're going to call that a day. So the good news and the bad news. They just changed deaths. And the problem here is that there's 25 seconds without math problem. The good news is that they delayed it a little bit, so that way there were more members, but they're repeating their mistakes over and over again. There comes the CC, 7-sided strike, a nice knockback to keep Wipeout locked in, and the body blocks are going to ensure the demise of Wipeout once again. The slide across onto Linehouse, that big old booty is easy to slide right on onto because it's nice and thick. Math problem in left field, and left field's not where he wants to be because they're coming on in hot, and he is going to be going on down as well. StepDads are looking to end this game. They have a plenty of time to do so. Core is going to start falling. Shields are coming down. We got the Zerg wave coming on in, and GG's already been called 20 versus 16, and well, 50% in falling, 20s have been picked up, Sir Lancelot goes down, and StepDads are beating some red-headed children right now. Alright, so we're going to take a look at some of those damage numbers. Linehouse getting 72.5k damage, 70k on Kel'Thas. On Binoms, we got 55k from Thunder, then we got 41 from Bacon, the Dream hitting 39k, and you can see how the numbers are roughly even, There's this large contingent of red that are all together, aka StepDads, and then you have two outliers, which are the two field DPS on the side of subject to change. Now, clearly not that much damage from Asmodin overall when you think about it. Asmodin provides a dunk, and that's it on this map. And if that's all he's doing, he's essentially a crappier Kel'Thas on this map. If Binoms is doing the same amount of damage, he also has an AoE, he also has a stun, and he also has a zoning ult, which means that basically he's doing everything Asmodin's doing and more. So Asmodin on this map, yes, theoretically sounds good. In reality, never good. Asmodin, never good. Except in like very, very rare circumstances. And he just doesn't work, in my opinion, in the way that that most people will play him in his actual impact on the game normally doesn't seem very high. So, tanking damage or healing, the Dream dishing out twice as much healing with a DPS build. He has Iron Fist, he did have the Spirit Ally, the Blinding Speed, we have the 7-sided, the Quicksilver, and the Cleansing Touch. So technically, the Cleansing Touch and Quicksilver are not actually DPS talents. I mean, but Iron Fist is not the healing fist. So healing twice as much is absurd, especially against Stukov. Now, tanking wise, we had Wipeout tanking a butt ton, and on the other side, not quite as much for the Blaze. You can see like the rapid fall off, 14k difference in that tanking. So game 1 will go over to StepDads, and we'll be back with game number 2 very shortly. Hopefully, Subject to Change can make some significant changes, because clearly this draft in their strategy did not work out at all, let alone the execution. I mean, 0 kills to 22 kills, not taking a fort. That's about as bad as the situation gets in any competitive game.